Welcome back to the Terri Mitchell Show. I'm now joined by someone who plays a very integral role in the success of Marquette women's basketball. That's Drew Smith. Drew, thanks for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
Now, your role here has changed a lot over the course of the 7 years you've been here. Right now, you're video coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
How did that start?
Well, it all started, I was actually in high school, and I grew up about an hour north of here.
Okay.
I have an older brother who went to Marquette. So through his friends, I met a manager with the women's team, and he had gotten me started talking to the coaches. And as a senior in high school, I'd met with them, and knowing going in that I would have a job, and that was kind of the deciding factor that I came here to Marquette.
Right.
Just the amazing opportunity that I've had. So I filled the role of just a student manager for 5 years. Then I graduated in '08. At that time, Terri and her staff wanted to keep me around, and they created a position for me so that I could continue my education, currently in the MBA program here at Marquette.
Okay.
So I did that for 2 years, and with that job role, I was kind of shifted more over to just doing video,
Okay.
the video analysis and helping the team with that stuff.
Now, that department for sure with Marquette has grown over the course of the years. I'm thinking back when I was here, we had assistant coaches during the video work. It's really nice to have a coordinator. Talk about your day-to-day roles. I mean, it's not just bringing in film from the opposing teams, or what exactly do you do on a daily basis?
Well, excuse me, I deal well independently with each assistant coach. We rotate scouts.
Okay.
So it's a lot of trying to just stay organized with that. And what I'll do is I'll contact all of our opponents and who they play. So let's say we play Duke. I contact every team that plays Duke and request films from them. So we get every film on all of our opponents. Now it's my job to kind of keep up on these other video coordinators to make sure we get the videos in a timely fashion. And once I get it, I use actually an amazing software we have called Exos Technologies. And that software allows us to clip these games and sequence the plays. So it's almost like an Excel spreadsheet where you can click on any row and it'll just show you just that specific play.
Oh, wow.
So with that, we'll go through all the games on all their opponents and fill in what happens, who scores. And that helps then the coaches watch it, and really they can pull out anything they want. If they want to watch, Maya Moore on the right side of the court shooting, they can see that stuff. And then that's what we create our scouts from to show our players.
Oh, wow.
On what sets they run, personnel, just so they have better understanding of the tendencies of all the players that we're facing.
Now, you do that for the opponents. What do you do for the individual player? If I need to work on a certain move in the post or a certain type of shot, do you do individual splices for each player?
I do. All of our games we break down pretty in detail, and a lot of the coaches, each coach kind of fits a different role. Position coaches,
right.
So like Coach Consuegra's a point guards, and Baranchek does posts and wings and Nason. So they'll come to me and they'll ask me and to say, hey, I want to watch one of my players and some tendencies they've been doing to help them improve. So with that, I just have to work really closely with those assistants, and then I can from there kind of create what they're looking for.
Okay.
And pull out anything they want from past seasons or this season or any game we have. Just to help them teach then the players and show them really what they're doing. A lot of times these players, they play, but they don't realize once you can watch yourself of really what you're doing, and that helps a lot, just seeing the moves they're doing, or if there's any issues that they have.
Okay. You have a lot of hats you're wearing. Not only are you in school, but you're also doing the video coordinating. How many hours in a day would you say it takes to get just one scout done, maybe for folks wanting to possibly do this in the future?
Well, it's hard to say because at all times I'm kind of working on all 3 scouts for all the coaches, and they're just at different stages. Obviously the one that's the next scout, we'll be kind of finishing that scout up for that coach, and then 3 games from then I'm working on that one with that coach as well, and that's kind of in the beginning stages. But I would say it's about an 8 to 10 hour job. A lot of times these games are played at night, so I'll get the films then over the online provider, and that stuff will come in around 10 or 11 at night.
Oh, so they're not sending big tapes anymore like they used to?
Nope, we used to do that, which is a pain.
Old.
Oh, exactly. But so now that we're able to get them in the evenings immediately after the games are over, it's nice. However, we'll have to stay here until about 11 before we can actually even start downloading the game. So it's a lot of just organizing your time. And with school, I'm able to my coaches are great that allow me during the day when I'm kind of in some downtime to get my studies done, knowing that that evening once, you know, Pittsburgh game's going to be uploaded, I'll be here until midnight, 1 o'clock doing that then for the next morning so the coaches can watch it.
Okay.
So it is very busy, though.
Very busy. But,
Definitely.
you know, not only coordinating, now not only in school, but you're also a chairman on the PGA Championship Board.
I am.
Talk about how that came about.
I live close to Kohler, Wisconsin, and in high school I got a job at Whistling Straits, just golf service attendant, getting bags out of cars. And I'd been there for 6 years and kind of moved up where I was inside as a professional golf management intern.
Okay.
And with that, we had the 2004 PGA Championship, 2007 Senior Open, and this upcoming summer we have the PGA Championship as well.
Okay.
So the director of golf and the head golf professional, I've been working with them for all these years, and they appointed me for the 2007 Senior Open as a chairman to kind of oversee all the leaderboards and through boards on the course. So I did that and just kind of worked my tail off, and they liked me, they brought me back. So this summer I'll be very busy doing kind of the same role as a chairman for this year's PGA Championship.
Okay. Well, you wear many hats, but all the hard work has paid off.
Definitely is, yes.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it.
Terri, what a great guy Drew is. Talk about how important he is to your squad and also the evolution of video.
Can you believe it, Karita? I mean, way back in the day, we had the big VCR tapes, and we're trying to mark things and then gathering all that information. Now it's all computerized. Drew's brilliant. Let me say that about him. He's brilliant. He understands technology. He was with us as a manager for 5 years. We were fortunate enough to hire him. Just a solid man. Just a great man to have around our program, because I love his character, and he just knows what I want. And he's been around me 7 years, and I love his presence on the bench. Just having someone who's so familiar with what we do and in video knows what I'm looking for. So I'm just fortunate to have him.
Well, when we come back, we will preview Seton Hall and UConn up next.